This week we open with every Star Wars fan's favourite redhead, except of course for Aurra Sing, Mon Mothma, Admiral Akbar, not you, or Darth Maul.
Actually, redhead refers to a person's hair rather than the colour of their scalp. Therefore, while Admiral Akbar and Darth Maul do have red on their cephalic region, they are in fact not classified as redheads.
That's right, it's the first time Mara Jade meets Thrawn. Again? All to come in Chapter 17 of Dark Force Rising.
I love you.
Hello there, I'm Darren. She must have went for a walk. Oh well, on with the show. And welcome to The Real Sequels, the series of events that happened after Episode 6 in the books, novels, and sometimes comics in the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Today we're opening with Chapter 17 of Dark Force Rising. In Chapter 17, we join Mara Jade walking through the streets of Abregado Ray Spaceport. This was her first time in the spaceport, and as she walks through the streets, she decides to herself that this place indeed deserves the rock-bottom reputation it has. It's the type of place old Ben Kenobi would look for a taxi in. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's perfect. Mara remarks that the whole place was held together by some tie wire and blaster power packs. This place is definitely not surface level scummy the way Mos Eisley is. At least there, you see the vibro knife that's coming at you. Here, it's more subtle but no less dangerous. A totalitarian regime with the populace wanting to escape. Finally, she reaches her destination, the Etherway, landing Pit 63. Hoping she isn't walking into a trap and acutely aware of the two security guards in view. The whole planet is a danger to her. Mara is unusually vulnerable here. If not the security guards, it's possible if someone knew about the smuggler's ship she's looking for, there could be a whole mob looking to get off planet at any opportunity. She may even be walking into a trap right now. Entering the pit, Mara gave the whole place a quick look over for an ambush, now spotting the black-haired young man that, despite his posture and the nature of his surroundings, could not hide his military air about him. "Hello there," he called to her. He asks if she's interested in hiring a ship. Mara replies no, she's looking to buy, and asks what kind of ship this flying hat box is anyway. The black-haired young man replies that this is a Harkner's Ballix 903. Now, I had to take a wee titter to myself, because, fair enough, in Star Wars, Ballix might mean something else, but here, it's a term which can mean many things, mostly low-hanging fruit, and can be used in such ways as this.
Not a Ballix.
Or this.
Now he's acting the bollocks. You're acting the bollocks!
I mean, in a galaxy far, far away, the phrase, "my dad will knock your Ballix in," will get different results. You'll get a dented starship, whereas in Ireland, but anyway, that's what I'm here to do, folks. Education. Anyway, the young, dark-haired man invites Mara inside his ship to speak freely, and introduces himself as Wedge Antilles. Mara asks if Solo is there too, to which Wedge replies that Solo had to leave Coruscant on an important mission. Mara takes a measure of the man and asks if he's a B-Wing pilot. X-Wing, he replies. Wedge then tells Mara that Solo asked him to pass on a message to her. He said to ask Mara if her people would be interested in selling information on their friend with the eyes. Mara says she understands and will pass it on, and with that, he leaves. It takes Mara 15 minutes to go through the pre-flight setup and get clearance to leave the planet. Just as she breaks the atmosphere, she gets a tingling feeling. This could be anything, she thought, trying to comfort herself. But it wasn't. She sets thrusters to full, pushing herself back into her chair momentarily while the acceleration compensators caught up. She was just about to jump out of the system to Torv's pre-coded destination, which was standard procedure by Talon Card. Too late, however. A Victory-class Star Destroyer already emerged from the horizon, bearing down on her. A cold voice boomed from her comm speaker. "Freighter Etherway, this is the Star Destroyer Adamant. You are ordered to shut down your engines and prepare to be brought aboard." So Mara played the only card she had left, the Uno reverse card. Mara hits back, congratulating the Adamant on their vigilance, and says that she thought she'd have to keep searching other systems for an Imperial ship. And so the battle of wits commenced, with Mara Jade speaking with the skill of the average enraged soccer mom, hitting the captain with so many quick replies that he was just not equipped to respond to. Within minutes, she had talked her way up to the ultimate manager, Grand Admiral Thrawn. All she had to do was drop her name as the Emperor's Hand, with some important information for the Grand Admiral. With that, Mara is brought aboard, and left the FARC alone as the Adamant made its way to meet the Chimera. They arrived 22 hours later, at the last place Mara would expect. The place it all ended, and her life changed forever. Endor. Mara walks through into Thrawn's control room, furious. "Why did you bring me to Endor?" she demands. The glowing red eyes of Thrawn narrow. "I beg your pardon," he softly commands back. Mara is enraged. She thinks that Thrawn has brought her as either a test or a joke. Thrawn calls her towards him to get a better look, reassuring her that this is neither a joke nor a test. However, he must verify her identity. At this moment, Mara is physically but intangibly aching from where they are. The Emperor's death lingering in the air. The memories and feelings as real as they are intangible, and she can tell Thrawn can see her discomfort. Mara, as proof of her identity, states that they have met once before at Thrawn's secret promotion to Grand Admiral, where the Emperor introduced him to her, first as one of his favourite dancers, and later in private as his hand. Thrawn then recollects that she wore a white dress at that event, with one other item. Mara says that it was a shoulder sculpt. Thrawn then pushes a button and hundreds of holograms of different shoulder sculpts fill the room. He asks her to find it, and after shaking off the buzzing feeling hovering deep in her mind, she concentrates long enough to do so. Thrawn then welcomes her back, commenting on how long it's taken her to return. Mara argues that only a Grand Admiral would know of her existence to legitimize her, though she admits there were other reasons that she doesn't want to go into at this time. As I presume, you don't wish to talk about helping Luke Skywalker escape, Thrawn says. At that name, Mara hears, "You will kill Luke Skywalker," in a loud, booming voice inside her head. This caused her to jerk for a moment. She could almost see the Emperor's face. She took a breath, forcing calmness, careful not to fall apart in front of Thrawn. Mara says it wasn't her idea, and that they were in Mirkir, under the influence of a planet full of Ysalamiri. Thrawn then asks who gave the order, Karrde or others acting independently. Mara then hits back with, "It doesn't matter. She is here with an offer to wipe the debt." This gets Thrawn's attention, as Mara delivers her demands. She wants Thrawn to stop harassing Karrde's group, cancel the bounty, and award them with a credit of 3 million towards Imperial goods and services. Thrawn then states that Skywalker just isn't worth that much to him, unless she's also promising on delivering Coruscant as well. Mara, however, says that she's not offering either. She's offering Kitana Fleet. She goes on to say that she doesn't know its location, but Karrde does, and she explains about how he found it. Thrawn then asks where Karrde is. However, not wanting Thrawn to be able to sift Karrde instead of making the deal, Mara says that she'll meet Karrde and broker the deal herself. To which Thrawn says, "Don't presume to dictate to me, even in private." Mara, now on the back foot, tries to win back ground, reminding Thrawn that when she was Hand, even Grand Admirals would have to listen to her. Thrawn, however, hits back, calling her little more than a courier for the Emperor's will, and whether she heard the Emperor's orders better than the other Hands is irrelevant. This news takes Mara completely off balance. She can scarcely believe that there were other Hands. She had always thought that she was the only one. The Emperor wouldn't have lied to her, would he? Thrawn then gives Mara 8 days to find Karrde and get him the location of Kitana Fleet, or he will find Karrde himself. As she leaves, Peelion murmurs to himself, "The Dark Force." He had always wanted to find it himself. Thrawn dryly spouts out that yes, most people your age did, and asks if the homing beacon is installed on Mara's ship, to which Peelion replies, "Yes, sir." Thrawn brings up footage of the escape from New Cove. Peelion even making the connection that these are slave-rigged dreadnoughts, and therefore must be the Kitana Fleet. And Peelion says that this doesn't make sense for Karrde to be supplying rogue Corellians with ships. To which Thrawn agrees. Someone else from Karrde's smuggling mission gone wrong must have survived. Peelion agrees to put out intelligence immediately. Thrawn then quickly gives another order, saying to get in contact with Niles Ferrier. Tell him to forget about the Corellian and instead focus on Solo and Calrissian, as they will be key in finding this other contact. Our final scene is of Thrawn telling Peelion to get the Chimera moving after Mara Jade. Confused, Peelion thought they were going to give her space and time to come back. However, Thrawn assures him, "She's not part of the Empire anymore, Captain. She may want us to believe that she is. She may even believe it herself, but she isn't. But she will be leading us to Karrde. Between him and our Corellian renegade, we have 2 leads. One way or the other, we'll find it." 200 dreadnoughts gets Peelion very excited. He says, "Our final offensive may be ready to launch a bit ahead of schedule." To which Thrawn replies, "I believe, Captain, you may be right." So it was a cool chapter. It was very strange to see Mara so vulnerable, because a lot of the time she is the warrior, the kind of the Sith assassin that knows exactly what she's doing. Even whenever we see her in the forests of Mirkir, surrounded by beasts, no force powers, and standing with her greatest enemy, she's more on the back foot while just talking to this very calm, cool, collected Chiss. That's about all we have time for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if we've earned it, and give us a wee comment down below. Who's your favorite Star Wars redhead? Don't forget to check out some of the videos at the end of this one, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!